Shabbat Shalom. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levi coming at you again with another quick video. Where should I begin? I want to take you to the book of Leviticus, Vayikra, and the portion is Kedoshim, if I'm pronouncing it right. That is chapter 19, verse 1. I want you to see something that many people simply read over. So let's go to Genesis chapter 19. You start at verse 1. First of all, giving all honor and praise to the Holy One of Israel, the God of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Hallelujah. Verse 1. Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, speak to the entire assembly of the children of Israel, and say to them, ye shall be holy, for holy am I, Yahweh, your Elohim, your God, your power, your source. Verse 3. Every man, your mother and father shall you revere, and my Sabbaths shall you observe. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. Do not turn to idols, and molten gods shall you not make for yourselves. I am Yahweh, your Elohim, your God, your power, your source. I just want to keep driving that home. And I'm not going to share any more scriptures except for the 4 that we read here. I want to stay here, but it's actually verse 3 what I want to home in on. Now we see Yahweh reveals the reasoning behind saying, I want you to be holy, for I am holy. I want you to do this because I am Yahweh. That is his reasoning. He reveals to us, he wants us to walk a certain way because of who he is. We represent him. So if he is holy, it's pretty obvious we must be holy. And the only way for us to be holy is walking according to the holiness that he gave us. It's not enough to proclaim we're holy. We have to walk in holiness. It's a walk. It requires our being humble and submitting to the will of Yahweh. But I don't want to lose my train of thought, because I want you to see verse 3. And it said, every man, your mother and your father shall you revere. I want to stop right there. This is what many people have to understand. Next to Yahweh, the closest thing to him is our parents. The closest thing to Yahweh is our father and our mother. Why? Because those were the vessels that Yahweh used to bring us into this world. He is the creator, but they were the instruments that he used in our creation. So they are the second. Yahweh is here and they're here. They're not equal to Yahweh. They're just under Yahweh. But Yahweh is the head. So that is why Yahweh tells us we are to revere, we are to honor, obey, and respect our parents. Because Yahweh said when you do this, you are walking in holiness. You are being holy. And it's unto him that we do these things. So my brothers and my sisters, I want you to know, for those of you who believe that you could be holy without obeying Yahweh, there's no way possible. Now, you might set yourself apart and establish your own form of holiness. But to walk according to the holiness of Yahweh requires that we walk according to his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. There's no other way about it. If we are not walking according to Yahweh's holiness, we are only walking in the holiness that we have established for ourselves, which is a tainted, perverted, holiness. Anything that we say is holy that goes contrary to what Jehovah gave us is not true holiness. There's no way around it. Now let's go on. It said, my Sabbath shall you observe. The Sabbath is to be observed. He didn't say just think about it. He didn't say just bring it to mind. We are to observe it. We are to walk in the Shabbat. When the Shabbat comes, we are to experience it. We are to do everything that pertains to how we're supposed to exist in that moment. It's keeping Shabbat. It's keeping the Sabbath. We are to rest. We are to cease from doing all our labors, all our creativity. We are to cease, and we are to meditate. We are to focus. We are to study. We are to rest in him. He is our priority. He is our meditation. He is our all in all. And everything that pertains to him, we should dive into. So let's look at this again. I want to start from verse 1 again. It said, Jehovah spoke to Moshe saying, speak to the entire assembly, not some of the assembly, not half the tribes, the whole tribe, all 12. Speak to all of them, of the children of Israel. He is speaking to the children of Israel. And say to them, ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Do you see that? There's no way that you could say you're holy unto him and you willfully choose to disobey him. There's no way around it. He said every man, meaning all creation. He's just not telling men to respect their mother and father. He's speaking of mankind, including men, males and females. You are to honor and respect your parents. You are to fear them. You are to be in, you are to reverence your parents. It said, your mother and your father shall you revere, and my Sabbaths shall you observe. I am Jehovah, your God. Do not turn to idols. This is one of the biggest things that is plaguing the children of the Most High. We have erected, we have built, we have molded, we have shaped all sorts of deities to govern us. We will not simply submit to the will of Jehovah. We always think we could do it better. We always think we got a better, clearer path to doing all this. It don't take all that. I don't got to do all that Torah. I have acknowledged my identity. I have acknowledged who the one true Elohim is. That's enough. Now let me go about my own way and do what I deem right in my own eyes. That is what has gotten Israel in trouble from the beginning. And it still gets Israel in trouble today. We are trying to establish our own because we don't want to walk according to what he has given us. He said, and you shall not make for yourselves. Now, I know some people think they could get around that. Well, I got an idol, but hold on, brother. I didn't make it myself. I bought it. Or I got somebody else to make it for me. But I'm not breaking this because I'm not making it. Brothers, sister, please. Getting somebody else to do it, purchasing it, you are still out of order because you still did it for yourself. You still made it unto yourself. You wanted something else to worship other than the one true living God, the God of Abraham. You wanted something else. So we see with just the 4 verses that we read, there is so much in the 4 that should get our attention, that should get us thinking. What is it that Jehovah acquires of us? What is it that he expects from us as his people? Because we see right here, he is speaking to the whole congregation. He is speaking to the children of Israel. He is declaring, he is saying, he is commanding that we be holy because he is. We have to humble ourselves. We have to submit to the will of Yah. And only then are we walking in holiness. Now, I can set myself apart from those that I shouldn't be with. And that's a good thing. But that in itself do not make me holy like him. That just means I have taken myself out of a group or a situation that I shouldn't be in. But we have to go beyond just a simple separating. Because I can separate myself from a group that is doing something ungodly and do that same ungodly act by myself. Even though I separated myself from them, I made myself holy from them, but I still went about and did an ungodly act. So my brothers and my sisters, I want you to understand, we cannot go around trying to establish our own form of righteousness, give it up unto Jehovah, and think he's supposed to accept it. It doesn't work that way. It's his way or the highway. We don't come before Jehovah telling him this is what I'm going to give you and you just need to accept it or else. We submit ourselves to Jehovah. His will is greater than our will. It should be. We should want to submit to him because he is our maker. And it should be a thing that we should be willing to do is to submit to him. So my brothers and my sisters, that's all I want to share with you. Let us be holy like he is holy. Let us do that which is required of us. Let us honor our father and our mother. Let us not have idols in our life. Let us not be making up other gods. We should not be doing such. We shall only serve Jehovah, the God of Abraham. Our righteousness is according to Torah, according to his will, and not our own. So until next time, shalom.